Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, I thought to talk about that one car I regret selling out of all the cars I owned. I'd say it's got to be the Sebring Red Mark 1 Ford Escort. It was a project when I bought it, and I do regret selling it because I never finished it, But there was a reason why I sold it. I sold it so I could afford to buy the Escort Cosworth. I'd say halfway through the project, and it was at that point where it was like I either finish the project or I sell it to buy something else, and I'd save some money up and come into a little bit of money to buy the Escort Cosworth. So it was like I thought, you know what, I'm gonna buy my dream car, like that poster car, the one that you always had on the wall when you were a kid. Like I had Escort Cosworths and like Ferrari Testarossas and stuff like that, but I'm not really a Ferrari person. Like I prefer like a Ford, you know what I mean? It's a mad story how I got the Sebring Red Mark 1 Ford Escort. I'll tell you about it now, actually. So I'd literally just got up off nights, all hazed, and all scratching my eyes and that, half asleep. Went down, threw the kettle on, and as I'm throwing the kettle on, make myself a coffee. I'm there scrolling through my phone, up and down, as you do on Facebook, just scrolling through. And this car catches my eye on Escort's website. It was, well, Escort's Facebook page it was, and it's Mark 1 Ford Escort. Needs a full restoration, etc. Been sat in a garage for 10 years. I think it was either like 2 or 3 grand or something, but it said Wirral on it, and that's where I'm from, like Wirral, that's where I live. So I was like, oh bloody hell! So that's probably worthwhile going and have a look at. Probably might be local to me, you know what I mean. So I thought, I'll tell you what, I'll message the lad and see what he's saying. So as I'm like pouring the hot water into my coffee, I messaged the lad, and I'm sat there staring at my coffee mug and take a couple of sips, and within a couple of minutes the lad messaged me back with a phone number, and he says, he's Wirral, give us a ring, here's the number. So I give him a ring, and the mad thing about it, it's only like 2 or 3 roads away from where I live. So I'm thinking, oh, this is meant to be, you know what I mean? I've got to go and have a look at this, you know what I mean? Proper got to go and have a look at this. So I'm there, and I'm thinking, you know what, I can't afford it. I tell you what, let's go and have a look. I can be one of them time wasters, like you know the ones, all the ones on eBay and that, come and have a look at your car, tyre kicker and that. I thought, let's go and have a look at it, see where it's hiding, So I'm there, get ready, quickly jump in my Mark 2 Escort, and whip round to this fella's house, So I turn up, and he's there on the front, he must have either heard me come up the road or what, So I walk up the drive, and I'm chatting to him, and his name's Jonathan, and I'm like, all right mate, you know, right, I'm John, my real name's Jonathan, but I'm John, you all right mate? And he goes, oh, the car's in the garage, mate. I've got to sell it. He goes, I'm buying bifold doors for the house. So my missus said I've got to get rid of it, and I'm thinking, wow, he's mad, him, Bear owns him, Anyway, he opens the garage door, and I'm looking, and I'm thinking, you know what? Wow, it looks all right, that, So I'm having a good poke around, and I can see it needs a bit of love. Story about it: the engine blown up, and he started doing a bit of resto work. Took the motor, took the gearbox out, all the interior was out. It had no interior in it, and he had no interior for it, which I was a bit gutted, But it's there, and I'm looking, I think, all right, could do with a couple of inner wings, could do with a couple of sills, maybe a bit of floor work. Doesn't look too bad, you know what I mean? But this garage is quite damp, So I'm like, all right, mate, you take any offers? And he goes, oh, no, mate, no, I won't take any offers. He goes, I've had 10 phone calls and only stuck it on the net this morning for sale, And I'm like, all right, okay, yeah, sound. I'm looking around it, and I'm thinking, wow, if he's had 10 phone calls, it must be, you know, it must be worth it. Someone's gonna snatch this up, And I'm thinking, you know what, it's only round the corner. I tell you what, yeah, all right, mate, yeah, I'll have it. Yeah, I'll have it for what you want for it, sound. And he's going, all right, yeah, nice one, yeah. When do you want to pick it up? I'm like, I'll tell you what, give us a couple of days, and I'm thinking in my head, to tell you what, I'll ask my ma, see if she's got any money I can borrow, So I'm walking down the drive, and this fella turns up in a Ford Mondeo, And I'm getting to the bottom of the drive, and he's this fellow who turns up, he's checking my mk2 escort out, and he's going, oh, this is nice, isn't it? And he goes, hi mate. He starts speaking to me. He goes, I've come to look at the mk1 escort. And this Jonathan next to me goes, oh, sorry mate, it's just sold. This young lad's just bought it. Oh mate, you should have seen the face of this fella, like, who just got out the Monday. He was devoed, like, it was like he'd just, like, been divorced or something, proper devoed. So the story goes about, I paid a fella within a couple of days, and I get my mate to go and load it and bring it round, and get it dropped off at ours, and start looking at it, and I get right into it. About a year later or so, I've done inner wings, I've got Mexico outer wings for it, I've got a new front panel, I put a full floor in it, and it's just one of them. It's that one car that I regret ever finishing and I regret selling. And the worst thing about it is, the lad who bought it, he's on my Facebook, like, and the work he's done to it so far, it looks banging. He hasn't finished it, but he's finished all the welding work, because it still needs some fabrication work. And he's painted it like the reddy orange colour, and he's got like the stripes on it, and it looks pucker, proper, like, it looks proper. And like, I look at his pictures every time he posted something, posted something up, and I'm thinking, oh, you know what, I shouldn't have sold that, like. But in hindsight, it's one of them, isn't it? Like, you don't know what to sell and what not to. And at the time, I was more interested in getting a Cosy, like, and that fair few grand that I sold, that's rolling shell for, shall we say, after all the work I'd done for it on it, like, was the bit I needed extra to get me escort Cosworth. So whatever happens, done it. So I've done a little video of a few pictures and that I did on it, and I've got a few pictures that the new owners done right at the end. So I've made a video up. Have a look, see what you think, boys. it. Looks well, doesn't he? He's done all right, hasn't he? So, well, I did a fair bit of work on it, like, but he's done a nice job, like, hasn't he? Be a nice car once it's finished, like. Yeah, it's just one of them. It's that one car that I do regret selling, and maybe in the future I'll get another one, you know what I mean? But as I say, it's the one that got away. As you all know, as your old car lads, you know, like car women maybe, there is, you've probably had a project that you've had to sell because you're having kids, etc., or you know what I mean, you split up with your missus or whatever, and you regret selling. That's that one car that I regret selling. I wasn't in a position where I could keep it because I wanted to buy something else, you know what I mean? That project had to fund something else. Plus, I didn't really have the space in my garage for what I really wanted. And I wanted to keep my Mark 2 Escort. And I wanted an Escort Cosworth. And that was how it was, you know what I mean? I'd already had a Sapphire Cosworth. I'd had one of them. I loved the Cosworth name. I'm into the Cosworth bug. And I thought I want a proper Cosworth, an Escort Cosworth. So that was what I bought, like. Alright guys, give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you next time. Alright, take it easy.